Ladies and gentlemen, masks are required in Gammage Auditorium at all times. Please wear your mask and keep us healthy. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. It's great to see you. Hi. Well, good morning. And just to introduce ourselves, I'm Mark Jacobs. I'm the Dean of Barrett, the Honors College at ASU. And this group with me on stage, many of whom you will hear from shortly, represent the leaders of Barrett. I'd like to introduce them to you for a sec. We have Vice Dean Kristen Herman. And then we have the three associate deans that head up the other Barrett campuses. Dean Eduardo Pagan from West, Dean Olga Davis from downtown, in case you didn't know, she went to Juilliard and she learned how to act that way there. Yeah. And Dean Tom Sugar from Polytechnic. Then we have the Assistant Dean of Barrett for Faculty Operations, Mary Ingram Waters. And the Chair of the Barrett Faculty, Jenny Bryan. We also have the Assistant Dean of Students, Dr. Dawn Rendell. And the Associate Dean for National Scholarship Advisement, Dr. Kyle Marks. Well, welcome to all of you, the class of 2025, to Barrett and to ASU. And welcome to the parents and family members who are here, if there are some. In particular, welcome to Barrett students and their families from Polytech, downtown, and West. We know this is a long way to come on a Monday. We're very grateful that you did. We only do this to you twice in your whole careers here for formal reasons, for this fall assembly, and then also for your graduation in Desert Financial Arena. Needless to say, we hope during those 4 years, in fact, during the first months of this year, that we hope to see all of you at the signature Barrett events that take place on the different campuses around the valley, because we have signature events on each of the Barrett campuses. The idea of the fall assembly is to let you meet and hear from people who make up the different parts of Barrett from all 4 ASU and Barrett campuses. And these are folks who will help you, who will help you during your time here. The idea is you can see at least some of the human event teachers that you're going to have and the honors advisors and some special members of the staff and faculty. In fact, the 7-minute slideshow that you just saw introduced all of the Barrett faculty to you. Hopefully you got to see the face of your human event teacher as it was displayed, even though it was only for 3 or 4 seconds. And also you saw the honors advisors from the 4 Barrett campuses, the folks that are going to help you navigate not only the human event, but also other honors courses and credits and your thesis. They are assigned to you and you to them eventually by the first letter of your last name. And you get to keep them as a trusted advisor for all 4 years. But the last minute assignments have not been quite finished, so you'll hear about who you actually have very soon. In the meantime, if you walk into any of the advising offices, you'll get good advising from the advisor sitting there, whether they eventually end up being your long-term advisor or not. There are also many more wonderful staff to help you, and you'll meet them in the days and weeks to come. And they may be the reason that you receive, say, an internship, win an Honor the Comma t-shirt, complete your thesis, or get into medical school or law school. They all look forward to meeting you in person also, the way we do, and so please don't hesitate to introduce yourself when you get the chance. Well, we're very happy to welcome you as a class to Barrett with record numbers of applicants for this class, but the same general class size we've had for the last 6 years. It means you're a very select class indeed. And speaking of very select people, and the quite recent events of the summer makes me think a little bit of the Tokyo Olympics. I feel that there are some things we can learn from those games at this stage as we start out another year at Barrett. First of all, whether you agree politically that the game should even have been shown at all or canceled, once they decided to stage them by working together and being careful as they could be within the Olympic Village and the teams, The participants did a pretty good job at containing the viral spread, and we are in a similar place, and I hope by working together and being careful and respectful of each other, we can do the same. But second, about the Olympics, there were so many great moments that we can take as cues and lessons from. I'd like to talk about just two of them. One that I particularly liked was an interview with Allison Felix, the great track star who won her 10th Olympic medal, a bronze in the 400-meter race. And the news media asked her, a 35-year-old mom with a young daughter, what she would say to her when she was old enough to understand about the Olympics. What she said was something that all of us strivers for excellence at Barrett could take as good advice. She said, the biggest thing I want her to know is when you go out and you do something, you do it with the character and you do it with integrity, and you do it to the best of your ability. That's all anybody can ask of you. If you do that, you're proud of that, that's enough. I want you to remember that as you start out this semester, because it's true. You're all really able people. You've got to be able to tell yourself that trying your very best is the best thing that you can do. And then there was this woman named Anna Kiesenhofer. She was Austria's only entry in the 137-kilometer Olympic cycling road race. She has a master's degree in math from Cambridge University, a PhD in applied math from Polytech of Catalonia in Barcelona, and is a postdoc in math at the Polytech of Lausanne in Switzerland, where she teaches university students. She only turned pro 4 years ago and is a very independent person, like many of you. And she trained for the event without a coach or a professional team and was not viewed as a contender to win any medal. In the race, she initiated a breakaway from the start and was joined by 4 other competitors who built up a 10-minute lead, which in cycling is a really long lead. And the rest of the pack, she developed the lead on the rest of the pack, so they weren't visible from the pack. She then went solo while they were still not visible from the main peloton. She broke away from the breakaway group and went ahead of them, and she went far enough ahead so she wasn't visible. So what happened was, when the reigning world and Olympic champion Anna van der Breggen and the rest of her Netherlands, the Dutch team, caught up to the group, the small group they thought were leading the race, they didn't realize Kiesenhofer was way ahead and out of sight. So they failed to organize a chase. And many in the peloton, including the silver medalist, finished the race unaware that Kiesenhofer was already still in front of them. So you see this video of the second place person thinking she'd won the gold medal coming across the line, raising her hands. And Anna had crossed the line 1.5 minutes ahead of all of them. So why is this story pertinent? Because, my friends, all of you are also super smart, independent, you do your own thing to the best of your ability, and you focus on what you simply want to do. And like Anna, very often when it is all over, you look around and blink and you see that you've done something very well, you've excelled. And like all of you, she is so not arrogant. If you get a chance to see her interviewed after the race on CNN, it's really very cute. She says, yeah, I would have been happy to be in the top 25, but I dared to be different, and people didn't predict. They didn't think I might win. Very cute and very good, and it's sort of a model of the kind of achievement all of you have already done before you come here, and I hope you'll do when you're here. I'd like to now ask Vice Dean Kristen Herman to come up and speak to you a bit about the spirit of Barrett. Dean Herman.
This is interesting. The mask caught my earring. Funny. Well, hello, and a very warm welcome to all of you. It's so nice to be together in person and celebrate the beginning of your first year in Barrett. I am here to talk about the spirit of Barrett and share some highlights of what you can look forward to and what this honors experience can do for you. First, I want to congratulate all of you for your resilience in making it through the highs and lows of last year. We all faced adversity none of us could have imagined, with videos on and microphones off. I hope you've had time to reflect on how much you've grown during that period of time. In addition to your studies, many of you were working and taking care of others, and we celebrate you in that. You are all trailblazers within your families who have chosen an experience to enhance your learning and really want more for yourself. You have pledged to expand your ability to communicate effectively, think critically, and be active members of a global society. You come with goals and aspirations, and you will learn very soon that the strength of this community is in the way that we support you and in the way that we advocate for you. You each have a story, and it is the sharing of your story that will bring reward and meaning, even as you're figuring things out as you go. I hope some of you were able to see the Olympics. I think Dean Jacobs and I both had the Olympics on our minds. But it's because the Olympics, really the meaning of it, transcends sports and athletics. Many athletes will tell you that their experience in the Olympic Village, being around others from other countries, was what changes them. Most of them will never win a medal, but they will be recognized as the very best in their fields. Barrett is similar to the Olympic Village. You are all academic Olympians, and here as a result of years of work ethic. Now that you're in the Barrett Village, you are united in your inherent dedication to learning and individual hard work. But success is also built on a life of support and learning from others. At Barrett, you will grow as a result of the action that you take to participate in all the things that we have to offer here. The strength of Barrett is the community, and the community is a garment of transformation. I have favorite superheroes in Wonder Woman and Spider-Man and Iron Man and Superman, and all of them are transformed when they put on their garment of transformation. Well, the other Barrett students are your garment of transformation. Over the next 4 years, your interactions with your fellow Barrett scholars will transform you, and I assure you will become better, wiser, and stronger people. As you change in Barrett, and you will come to harness your powers for the good of mankind. You see, our goal here is that after time in the community, when we ask you what you want to do with your life, instead of saying, well, that's a really good question, you will say, you will better be able to articulate, you will know who you are and what you want, even as that changes over time. Your chances for growth will be in all of those student orgs that you join, all of the events that you attend, on top of learning from literally the best teaching professors anywhere. Some of you will tend to be very overcommitted, and we will help you with that balance. Many of you will tend not to consume any activity that is not academic, and our challenge will be in helping you see the advantages of being more well-rounded and more grounded. Get involved and be consumers. Attend the Barrett Ladies' Tea, see how talented your peers are at our Barrett Showcase every family weekend. It's a talent show. Take affordable trips with your peers and be part of our Barrett Explorers program. You can travel with each other to New York, to San Francisco, to Alaska, Costa Rica. We're also going to all the national parks. Not all of them, but some of them. And go on a study abroad trip with faculty. You'll receive honors credit, and there's travel scholarships for things like that. So the idea is spend invaluable time with each other and invaluable time with our faculty and staff. And we have this wonderful T.W. Lewis Center for Personal Development. Make sure you take courses and workshops and speaker series there on finance, an entrepreneurial boot camp, and personal development workshops on happiness and how to set goals. Many of you know how to set goals, but these are to enhance your ability to set goals. So our signature events include quality time with former presidents, prime ministers, secretaries of state, heads of the United Nations, and our generals and ambassadors that work specifically with Barrett students on leadership, on diplomacy, and on national security issues. Know that we are here for you. We're really excited for you to start your first semester here in Barrett and at ASU. And at this time, it's my great pleasure to bring to the stage Assistant Dean Dr. Mary Ingram Waters.
Good morning, students. I'm so excited to be here. But first, I kind of want to check in with you. Who else besides me is excited, but also really freaking nervous? Can you give me just a wave? You got me? Okay, I see you. This is your first year of university. This is an exciting time, and I don't know how you couldn't be nervous and excited in a way that's just having an interaction effect. Well, good morning to you, and in my short time, I'm going to talk with you about the Barrett curriculum. But I want to just simply say, I've been working with students such as yourselves for the last 13 years. And like the other honors faculty, I know you, I'm excited to work with you, and I know I speak on behalf of everyone at Barrett. We are just so happy to be in person with you and to be here with you. So what is the Barrett curriculum? You might be just thinking it's the list of classes in the course catalog. And in some ways it is, but in most ways, the Barrett curriculum is a very flexible structure that is deliberately designed to reflect you, your strengths, interests, passions, and perhaps most importantly, the ways that you want to challenge yourself. So all of you will take the human event. It's right in front of you this year. And then you're going to go on to engage in honors sections and courses and enrichment contracts, and you'll complete a thesis. But the ways that you do that, the particular map that you do that, that will be as unique as your fingerprints. Consider this. This fall in the human event, some of you are going to have Dr. Foy. He's an astrophysicist, while others are going to have Dr. Carrasco, who is a musicologist. Some of you are going to have Dr. April Miller, whose expertise is 1920s silent horror film, which you're going to get to see next spring. Though all of you are going to take the human event, your specific experiences will vary as the curriculum varies because of the unique mix that you and your peers and your professor are going to create. Even of their classes, no two classes are the same. Then over the course of your time here at Barrett and at ASU, you're going to branch out even more. You might take a special honors seminar that explores gender and race and science fiction. And you might take the honors section of one of your major classes. Many of you will complete many honors enrichment contracts. So let me pause and think about those for a second. What is a contract? A contract is a way for you to work with your professor personally to amplify your academic experience. An honors contract changes any class into an honors class. Here are just some recent examples that have crossed my desk. You might ask a question in an assignment, just an interesting question. You might kind of, how you end the paragraph, you end an essay with, and this makes me think of this other cool thing. Well, the professor's going to come back around to you and say, why don't you follow up on that? And that's your honors contract. Or you might just meet with your professor a few extra times to discuss the applications of the theory that you're learning, and you might do so with the other honors students in your class. You might develop a learning module for your class's Canvas, or you might do it for a K through 12 education curriculum. You might give a guest lecture in your course, and you might design a TED Talk and put it on YouTube. You might attend 5 events that are curated by your professor and then write up reflections on them. Or what about next summer? Some of you are going to have an honors experience by going on a study abroad trip. Whether it's an honors one or not, you can still get an honors contract. Some of you are going to do internships, or you're going to get research. I bet a number of you are going to be working with ASU faculty on research. And you can start that this year. Your honors advisor, by the way, is your lighthouse, your beacon in navigating the many honors opportunities. And then there's the thesis. At convocation, you're going to receive this. So you're going to see this again in 4 years, that other opportunity where we all gather together. This is special, but it's only to commemorate what's truly special, and that's your thesis. Your faculty mentor with whom you're going to complete your thesis is going to put that around your neck. So please go Google the Barrett Thesis Repository if you haven't already, and just peruse the thousands of theses and creative projects that Barrett students who have come before you and successfully completed their honors curriculum. See what they've created and be inspired by it to do more. The thesis is your particular opportunity to do something special, to leave your mark here at Barrett and at ASU. Learn a new skill set, become an expert in a subject area, ask a big question, work with ASU faculty in their research labs and centers, engage in service learning, write a novel or a comic or a book of poetry. Your path to your thesis is yours, and as such, it can be whatever you need it to be. So when you think of the Barrett curriculum, please don't just think of the course catalog. I want you to ask yourself, how can I make the most of my time here at ASU? And however you answer, the mix of honors contracts, special courses, internships, travel programs, research, that's all the Barrett curriculum. And it ends with a great, big, absolutely unique and beautiful thing, and that's your thesis. So students, I am so excited for you, nervous for you, but excited for you. And I'm glad that you're here and are now part of the Barrett community. And now it's my pleasure to introduce Professor Tom Sugar, who is the Associate Dean of Barrett, the Honors College at the Polytechnic campus.
Welcome, class of 2025. Enjoy your first year at ASU. When I was asked to speak today, I was reflecting back many years ago when I was a first-year student. I loved the freedom. I loved the learning. I loved the late nights in the dorm room talking with new people who were all committed to lifelong learning. Please take the chance this year to meet people physically. We haven't done it in the last 16 months. You have this chance. Use it, enjoy it, but use it wisely. I'm going to give you some advice, and this comes as an engineer. I'm going to discuss, I thought about it, and I wanted to discuss technology and how we can strive to build and design new things, but build and design new things that will help society. First off, find and meet and create a strong group of friends. This core group of Barrett friends will be your family and will help you in your careers, your life, your transitions into adulthood. Remember this, that the Barrett suites, whether it's at downtown, Poly, West, and Tempe, were all built to allow students to interact. Please use that. As a corollary, and no, I'm an engineer, so I'll say some corollaries. As a corollary, ASU is a big, big place. So find mentors, find faculty, find students you can learn from. Take these opportunities, and just as Dr. Ingram Waters said, use those opportunities over the next 4 years to build and create internships, apprenticeships, and create your honors thesis. So here's where I wanted to talk a little bit about technology. Critically think about the world and the choices you're making. Challenge what you read. Read multiple points of view. Talk with people that have differing points of view. Expand your areas of thought, and do not be afraid to take on something new. As a corollary, put your cell phone in airplane mode for 2 hours a day so that you can talk, you can listen, you can read, you can interact physically with your friends. Make it a choice. Plan on making a difference in this world. I have found the most satisfaction when designing devices such as robotic ankles for soldiers returning from the Iraq War. We built exoskeletons to safely perform logistics tasks such as pushing and lifting boxes that kept food and medicine coming to our stores and our houses over the last 16 months. But remember, please make a difference in this world. How do we transition from fossil fuels but keep society working safely? These are questions for you. Please think and read. Don't just pick something. For example, solar panels manufactured with electricity from coal are not that great. Wind systems with massive amounts of concrete that create huge amounts of CO2 are not that great. How do we transition? How do we make a thoughtful transition over the next 15 to 20 years? How do we improve our climate? How do we use technology responsibly? With problems like AI algorithms that are feeding you groupthink, they're feeding you this messages. Your privacy is being stolen. You're being watched. Please read a philosopher named Philip Arga. He was a roboticist. He was an AI researcher at MIT. He left to become a philosopher. And he talks about a capture model where lots of companies collect small pieces of information, but once a big company aggregates all that information, then there can be a problem. How can all of Americans be part of a better dream? This obviously is a key point for today. Please think about that. Please think about the Jedi mission that we have at ASU and at Barrett. So let me summarize. You are part of this great Barrett organization. I've only been part of it for 3 years, and I'm quite proud. I've been at ASU 22 years. But the Barrett organization is a great organization that will challenge you to think. Us technologists must think about the long-term effects of technology. You must think about the dark sides of the internet, the phones, the social network, the Twitter. Learn to think critically from your human event class. So please, as technologists, take that human event class and learn to think critically. Join organizations and clubs that will make the big ASU feel small. That's what Barrett's about. Sit in your dorm rooms and talk with your friends about your goals and your 4-year path through ASU. These next 4 years are a gift for all of the hard work that you've done. They're a gift from your family. They're a gift from society because you get to learn in a society that is free. So enjoy that special gift. Enjoy the next 4 years of Barrett. And I look forward to seeing all of you again 4 years from now when you walk across the stage with your Barrett Honors Thesis. Thank you all. Have a great 4 years. Our next speaker is Dr. Jenny Bryan, who is the faculty chair for the Barrett faculty.
Hey, welcome y'all. This is a really exciting moment for us. Last year, you were just out there somewhere being smart and interesting. And this year, we get to know you and work with you and learn with and from you and benefit from your presence in our community. That's so awesome. So on behalf of all Barrett faculty, I'm here to say hi, congratulations, welcome, and good luck. At Barrett, there are 46 faculty across 5 campuses, Tempe, Polytechnic, West, downtown, and online. And we are dedicated fully and completely to providing the best honors education to all Barrett students. The Barrett faculty, as Dr. Ingram Waters alluded, come from a range of disciplinary backgrounds, from history, gender studies, law, astrophysics, bioethics, political theory, history of science, film and media studies, and more. We interact with students in a lot of different ways. We teach honors seminars, supervise thesis projects, work with undergrad student research assistants, plan extracurricular activities and events, help with scholarship applications. Your human event professor will be an incredible resource and mentor to you throughout your time at Barrett. And we're all here to support and guide you to many successes. And those successes are inevitable because you're a deeply impressive group of people. At Barrett, we don't have admissions experts who deciding who gets in. All faculty and staff serve on the admissions committee, and we get to know you on paper and imagine you here making our community better. In you, we saw what we mean when we think about honors, which isn't one thing, but can be modeled in so many different ways. You have already achieved so many exciting things, and you joined Barrett to seek out new challenges. Being an honors student is hard work, and some of it will be really challenging. Doing new things can be awkward, uncomfortable, and sometimes embarrassing. Just to name a moment, giving a speech to thousands of first-year students. I've never done this before, and I am a little nervous. Some may say that it's a poor leadership move to show weakness, but I disagree. I don't think it's weakness to name that we're nervous. It's not that, right? I feel confident that I deserve to be here, and I am a little shaky. And I'm shaky because I care. I care about what you think of us, what you think of Barrett, and I want you all to succeed. And I hope that you can tell yourself something similar when you're feeling nervous, or when you're feeling uncertain, or you're feeling the discomfort of something new. Do not mistake any nerves or discomfort for a sign that you can't do something or that you don't belong. It's how we grow, right? You can do this, so be generous and kind with yourself. We desperately wanted you to be a part of Barrett because your strengths and talents demonstrate your willingness to work hard and your proven potential for dazzling success. And as you can see, you are not alone. Your human event professors will have a lot of good advice for you about how to succeed, so I just want to share one tip for success, and that is ask for what you need. Ask what office hours are for. They're a little weird, but they are so helpful, so make use of them. Ask for more feedback, ask for resources, ask for more information, ask where something is. There's a large team of people here at Barrett dedicated to your success. You're not here because you know everything. Absolutely no one is good at everything, and you're here at college to learn new things. Honors education isn't about having the right answers, but about exploring new topics, taking intellectual risks, thinking in interesting ways about complicated ideas. It's about using the knowledge and experience that you have already gained in your life to learn to build new ways of seeing, thinking, knowing, to make new worlds. We would rather you learn to ask good questions than always give the right answers. And you will. You will thrive here, and we are so excited to celebrate your many successes. Thank you.
Thank you, Jenny. And your comments made me remember my old track coach in high school who used to say, Jacobs, if you're not nervous before the race, you have no shot. So everyone has a right to be nervous, including everyone on this stage and all of you as you enter into this next phase of your lives. You've already entered it, but you're going to have more fun and games coming to you. So welcome to Barrett. Have a great rest of your Welcome Week activities, and make sure you come and see us in our respective lairs where we're waiting for you to come and ask our advice. Have a great time. Thank you for coming today.